African leaders, they have no shame. Sorry, Jare, my people. Sorry, it's your girl. How you guys doing? I miss you guys. You guys know that I'm very gentle. I'm a very gentle somebody. I don't even abuse people. But this is very annoying. So Chinese doctors and nurses arrived Nigeria to help us. You know how wonderful you are. We are very grateful. But why can't they help us in China? Why are they not helping the Africans that are in China? I mean, if they can fly thousands of miles to help us in Nigeria, why are they evicting Africans from hotels and apartments in China? They said that Africans are bringing corona to China.
Huddled on cobbled streets with layers of clothing to generate heat under the cold skies of Wanzhou city, this is the new way of life for Africans living in China. The very color of their skin now means trouble. Africans have become subjects of racial profiling. Chinese nationals blame them for the rising number of new coronavirus cases in the country.
Baba, help me, somebody, help me. I did a mole, ole moloko. Translate that to English. Of course, you don't know. Instead of the farmer to arrest the thief is the one arresting the farmer. African leaders, your children are sleeping on the streets of China. What are you doing? Father, where is the federal government that likes to evacuate their citizens? They will not see this one now. They are also collecting their passports. They are taking their international passports from them. Can they do this to Chinese nationals in Africa?
The Chinese people, they call this guy, called the police to come and arrest me because I've taken the bus. I took a bus and they called the police for me because I'm a foreigner. I'm a black man. I showed them my passport. Everything is registered with my visa, my resident permit, everything. I got the green light, which means that I haven't been to any place where this epidemic is. In my understanding, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
You know, there must have been an order from above. If policemen and women in China, they are the ones that are chasing out Africans. So how am I supposed to believe that this same Chinese government cares so much for Africans, so much that they are sending their doctors and nurses? I'm just saying. You know, the most painful part of this issue is the fact that our leaders could not say anything. Our president, vice president, none of them said anything. They can't say anything. This is why we've been telling them to stop borrowing money from China. Whoever feeds you controls you. No, they couldn't say anything if not for one Nigerian diplomat in China. But we got his picture from Joy John, by the way. Thank you so much, Auntie Joy John, for posting this photo of Badara Saki. Mr. Razak Dayolawa. God bless this man. The man went to where these Chinese officials were. The man went there and stood up for the Africans.
Oh, give me all the Nigerian passport.
Individual there.
Ooh, that is my kind of passport. But Arasaki, in case you are watching, you're that's YouTube.
This passport belongs to the federal government of Nigeria. In line with international practice, no any country have the right to seize the international passport of another country. Wait!
The man said, wait. See your wedding.
Wait!
Is it that he doesn't understand? Let the man talk, go Jare.
Wait! They are not in my eyes. I just withdraw it from them. They see you didn't communicate to us that you are going to go to all the Nigerian houses and then you are going to ask them to come out and go and quarantine them. If you want to do your policy of 14 days, shut down everybody. Don't discriminate. Only the African. That's the highest humiliation. The Nigerian government will not accept that.
Father, tell him. And can you believe that he kept denying harassing Africans?
You are harassing them.
Who arrested?
You are harassing them. Yes, you are harassing them. You are humiliating them. Who? Your police.
Wow. That we have suffered. Oh, can you imagine that while he was talking, they brought a phone. They said somebody wanted to talk to him. I trust Badara Saki. He gave it to them.
What? I don't need to talk to him. If anybody wants to talk to me, he should come here. I don't talk to anybody. I don't talk to anybody.
Thank you, Jare. Did they call any Nigerian official before they started harassing the citizens? Haba. Thank you so much, My father, we're actually from the same compound, with the same father born. Just look at the nose, yeah? My people, you must know your rights, yo. Please, we didn't need to be on social media, but that's actually because some of us want to thank you expressively. If we just have more people like Brother Saki, they will actually respect Africans. But you know what surprised me? With everything that this Nigerian man said, do you know what the Chinese man said? You will be popular.
You'll be popular.
Yes, no problem.
You'll be popular.
No problem. You'll be popular too. I'm a diplomat agent.
Yeah, you'll be popular.
Yes, I'm a diplomat agent. In line with the Vienna Convention of 1963, the consular has the right to protect its nationality. What we are doing this night is to protect all our Nigerian nationality. They are not a criminal. They are not anything. Why are you harassing them?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean? You will be popular, that they're going to make him popular. Is it that they are trying to make him a scapegoat? Do you know that by the end of that encounter, they had condoned the place where the Nigerian man was as if he had coronavirus, and they were checking his temperature, and then we could hear the Nigerian man saying that they were trying to kill him.
You want, all of you want to kill me? Good.
And what did the African leaders do? Nothing. Our president did not say any, up till the time that we were shooting this video, he didn't say anything. Our vice president did not say anything because China has them in the palm of their hands. Seriously, Africa needs to rethink its relationship with China. And you can't do that if you keep borrowing money from China. Because racism towards Africans in China has been in existence for a long time. It don't take. It's not all Chinese people that are racist. So let me make that clear. Please know that it is not all of them that are racist. There are some really nice Chinese people. But some of them, Father Lord Almighty, they are very, very racist. You know, I saw a commercial one time that it's been a long time ago, like 3 years ago, where they were advertising a detergent in China. And to emphasize how good the detergent is, they put an African guy in the washing machine, and when he came out, it was a Chinese guy that came out. What's that? What's that supposed to mean? You know? And while this is happening, Nigerian government wants to borrow another $6.9 billion in the name of fighting coronavirus. Okay, so no offense, but this government is a very stupid one. And I'm not abusing Nigerian government in case you guys are watching. I'm just stating the obvious, you know, based on the decisions and the actions that you are taking. Can you start by being transparent with all the billions of naira that people have donated? We're not saying that you should not borrow money, but how can you see coronavirus as another opportunity to get us into more debt when you have not been accountable for the ones that you've borrowed? Who is advising these people? I don't understand. You don't have shame anymore. They want to borrow this money from the IMF, the World Bank, and the African Development Bank. We're not saying that don't borrow money at all, but the ones that you've borrowed, you are not accountable. We don't know what you are doing with the money. All we know is that our lawmakers keep buying new cars almost every year. I understand that they want to work on our hospitals, they want to fight coronavirus. That is amazing. Let's hope that they actually do that. But can we start with maybe $1 billion and then let's see what you do with that one before you move to 6 billion. 6 billion is a lot of money, and they say that they are using it to distribute food. Have you seen the food distribution? We thank the government. Thank you very much. You have done well. You are really doing well. But the truth is, a lot of officials have also enriched themselves in the name of distributing food and money during this time of coronavirus.
120 houses. I'm talking about flat that inside the building, about 5 people are living there. See, this is the rice for about 120 houses.
How are they supposed to share this one? By the way, this is the amount of rice that they gave to one family like that. I think they must have given it to one imam. I don't know if he's an imam, but from the way he was speaking, so the man said a powerful prayer, which some of you might call curses. You know, some of you might interpret it as curses, like he was cursing them out. I want to for the government and their family members.
Àṣírí mọ́tò tó ru ìrẹsì kọjá ìgbà tí wọn ó pín ìrẹsì tí wọn fún baálé ilé kọ̀ọ̀kan rèé tíjọba wa pàtàkì wa tí wọn wá mọ iyì wa tí wọn wá fún aládùúgbò eléyìí ọlọmọsà bá a san lẹ́san dédé tí wọn ṣe yìí. bí wọn ti fẹ́ràn wa tó tí wọn fi wá gbé nǹkan ńláńlá dédé nǹkan ńláńlá báyìí ọlọmọsà pín fọ́mọ wọn. la haula la quwwata illa billah.
Thank you so much, my father. That's the best sarcasm, you know. Meanwhile, this is a Nigerian in another part of the world showing us his own experience of food distribution.
This is what we call food distribution. What we did was to have notify them that we need food. They ask for your address, what they will bring for you, what will last you at least for a week. They have brought milk, they have brought everything is here. They have brought egg. They have brought all manners of things.
The only thing is, I'm sure the man will not get any ugu or iseo or gbono, egusi in his package, but he's still getting a lot of food. You know what I mean? Government, you do something tangible with what people have donated. That is all we are begging. And please stop borrowing money if you will not be accountable for what you've been doing. Don't get ahead of me now. I'm still coming. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is Ugandan president. The man is not playing. He wants to make sure that Ugandans stay fit during this lockdown. So he decided to demonstrate how they can exercise without going outside during this lockdown. Wow. You see what I'm that? That is just genius. Smart idea. I would never have thought of anything like that. Koilewo, I hope you are taking notes.
So count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow, that's it. That's enough. Thank you very much. By the way, you didn't have to show the, the one was.
6, 7.
I'm so sorry. This is just me and Koilewo talking. Sorry, guys. So the moment he gets to doing this, you need to stop. Me, I appreciate what this man is doing. From the look of things, I don't think that Nigerian president can do even one push-up. No offense, Mr. President, in case you're watching, but you are a very fragile somebody. So, and we are praying for you, of course. Shout out to Museveni. He did 30 push-up. Yes, we're going up and 30 times. Some of you that are laughing, you cannot do 10 push-ups. I really appreciate the fact that the man wants Ugandans to stay fit. Although the Prime Minister of Ethiopia can definitely do a lot of push-ups in some body. And speaking of Ethiopia, huge kudos to an Ethiopian taxi hailing company. That's a taxi booking platform that is called Ride, for giving out protective gear to taxi drivers in Addis Ababa.
Ride taxi drivers picking up protective gear at this drive-through in Addis Ababa. A package containing sanitizers and several masks. It also has flyers to show drivers how to create distance with passengers, whom they are now advising to sit in the back seat.
Give a rub, how amazing! You know, they work with about 15,000 taxi drivers on their platform. They are making sure that their drivers are safe. I mean, that's amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Also, huge shout out to the Ethiopian government for releasing 5,600 inmates because of the coronavirus outbreak. At first, they said that they were going to release 4,000 inmates, but they later increased it to 5,600 inmates. According to the Attorney General, some of these inmates were convicted of minor offenses. Many of them were women who already have babies in prison. They also released foreigners who were charged with smuggling and drug trafficking in Ethiopia. They said that those foreigners, once they release them, that they will be immediately deported back to their country. Meanwhile, South Africa is seriously battling this virus. Right now, they have the highest number of infections in Africa. In fact, in one single hospital, 66 people have tested positive, and 48 of them are hospital staff. Doctors, nurses, I mean, that's seriously troubling. If 48 doctors and nurses would test positive at one hospital. Now they're trying to close down part of that hospital. I'm really worried and afraid for their family members. Hopefully they haven't contracted the virus as well. Oh, by the way, and this has nothing to do with that hospital, by the way, but still in South Africa, 2 people who were diagnosed with the virus were told to go and self-quarantine. Okay, when I read that, I thought I mean, I was a bit troubled. I thought they would, put them in isolation centers and start treating them since they already tested positive. But they told them to go and self-isolate and self-quarantine themselves. And of course, they did not. They didn't do that. Instead, they went about freely distributing this virus to other people free of charge. So guess what? They arrested them after some days of seeing them walking around. And now the government is charging them with attempted murder for spreading the virus. Let me know what you guys feel about that, because to be honest, they basically endangered the life of so many others. But I think they should have just, put them in isolation centers.
I know it's etiology. I know transmissivity. I know it's antigenicity.
Seriously, are you out of your mind? We were talking about a very serious topic. Okay, since this coronavirus thing started, you've just been interrupting my show. Anyhow, please leave a comment below what you think I can do to call it over this one that he keeps interrupting my show. This is a serious show, Jared.
I know that once you put on this mask, you already have been protected. You don't need social distancing when you are properly protected. Yeah.
Sorry, my people. In case anybody is wondering, by the way, that is the governor. It's actually a governor. That's a governor. The governor of Cross River. Our father, Ben Ayade.
Because I'm a professor of science, I know how this virus moves.
He's a what?
Because I'm a professor of science, I know how this virus moves. I know its etiology. I know transmissivity. I know its antigenicity.
Say what? I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying I didn't know that.
For your mucal gland, that you secrete the mucus and the muci. It already forms a network of coats. Oh my goodness. And of course, will trap the virus.
Why can't we use his expertise where people are dying in different parts of the world? Now that we know that we only need masks, we don't need gloves, we don't need social distancing, can the man please come to America? About 20,000 people have died in America. Please come. We really need this governor to come and help us in America. Please, Governor Yede, in case you're watching, we need your service here in America. I don't think you should be a governor. No, you are way too talented, way too smart to be a governor. What are you doing with that? Oh, by the way, while China is chasing out Africans, French doctors want to use Africans as specimens to test the BCG tuberculosis vaccine as a possible treatment for coronavirus.
Faire cette étude en Afrique où il n'y a pas de masque, pas de traitement, pas de réanimation et elle ne se protège pas. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez?
Alors vous avez raison et d'ailleurs on est en train de réfléchir en parallèle à une étude en Afrique justement pour...
Oh my God, oh my goodness, what is wrong with these people? This is 2020. Is it that they think that we're not human beings or that we're animals? How racist can you be to go on a TV network and say something like this? This vaccine is still undergoing clinical trials in the Netherlands and Australia. They cannot test it on their own people. These doctors cannot test it on their family members. But they want to use Africans for experiment. The devil is a liar. And from what he said, they've been doing this for a long time. And they keep getting away with it. That's why they can talk about something like this so boldly on TV.
Un peu comme c'est fait d'ailleurs pour certaines études dans le sida, où chez les prostituées, on essaye des choses parce qu'on sait qu'elles sont hautement exposées.
I really want to know what you guys think about our relationship with China and with France, because no offense, but I don't know if the French-speaking African countries are truly free. Do you know that despite independence from France, they still spend the French franc? Even in France, they are no longer spending franc. They spend euro in France. But my French-speaking African countries are still spending the colonial currency. Not only that, these francophone countries, they are still paying taxes to France. They said it's for the benefit of slavery and colonization. Father, Baba, where is your face now? Father, I think I need some water. I need some water. But do you know that to add salt upon injury, the national reserves of these countries is in France. Since 1961, Benin, Burkina Faso, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast, Mali, Niger, Senegal, Togo, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Chad, Congo, Brazzaville, Equatorial Guinea, and Gabon. They're still depositing their national monetary reserves into France Central Bank. Since 1961, my people, I don't know if you understand the peripheral level of the magnitude of this equation. I'm trying to say say that France is using African wealth, African money, to develop their own country in terms of how nice it is and the wealth in France without the money that is coming from Africa since 1961 till date. And these same people now want to use Africans as specimen. They rob Africans and they still want to use them as specimen. I'm really glad that the World Health Organization assured us that such thing would not happen.
Africa cannot and will not be a testing ground for any vaccine.
Thank you, sir. We're very grateful. But let me know what you guys think. Do you trust what the World Health Organization said or not? Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, please move closer. Cameroonians are looking for their president. Paul Biya. So if anyone has seen the president, please, since this corona thing started, they have not seen their president once, not even once. He hasn't addressed the nation, nothing. The country is just there. They have more than 700 confirmed cases, 10 deaths, making them the second hardest hit African country. And we don't know where the president is. My Cameroonian people have suffered. Who is even running the country is what I don't understand. I mean, we know that even without the coronavirus, the man spends like half of the year at the colonial master's country. And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that when Macron, the president of France, had an emergency call with the Francophone heads of state about the coronavirus issue, that Paul Biya was absent even at that meeting. So, because they cannot find their president at home or abroad, now some Cameroonians are speculating, you know, you didn't hear it from me, but some of them are saying that maybe Koro has visited His Excellency. Of course, we are praying for him, But for you, on behalf of Cameroonians, if you happen to see this man walking by in front of your house, he's wanted. Please know that he's wanted at the presidential villa. Please report any suspicious cases to any Cameroonian near where you live. You guys now don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So before I sign out, first of all, I need to thank everybody that have subscribed to our YouTube channel. You guys, one love. You are the reason that Kolido keeps putting out these videos. Also, if you're yet to download Sendwave, this weekend might be your best time to download Sendwave because they're doing a special Easter promo. If you use my promo code Adiola this Easter weekend, you will get $10 or 10 euros added to whatever you're sending to your loved ones. So it won't be $5 as usual, but this will only go on till Tuesday. So please download Sendwave if you're yet to, and if you've downloaded it, you can use your spouse's phone or your child's phone to download it as well, so you can get the extra $10 or £10 or 10 euros that they're adding to whatever you're sending to your loved ones. So if you're living in the US, in the UK, in Spain, Italy, and Ireland, if you don't remember to use my name as the promo code before your first transaction, I'm really sorry, but you just lost £10 or $10 or 10 euros, depending on wherever you live. So stay tuned for our next episode where we'll talk about the 5G drama. Father Almighty, but I can let you down. So we are talking about 5G drama in the next episode that is coming out soon. Kaido will drop it like ASAP. So please don't forget to subscribe if you're yet to. We've been begging the boys to release more videos so you won't have to wait for a whole week. But he said he wants to see more people subscribe. And I told him a lot of you have already subscribed. But you know how it is. We just have to beg him. So please, subscribe if you are yet to. Second of all, please share this video on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram if you enjoyed it. It makes his head swell up and then he's willing to work on another episode. So in the next episode, we're talking about the 5G wahala. In the next episode, I'll also be telling you guys some of the things that Kawa Foundation has been doing. We didn't do any fundraising, but we've been able to help a number of people. So I'll be sharing that with you in the next episode. Alright, y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you're yet to subscribe, make sure that you press the subscribe button. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace out. Kolido, I'll call you back. What's up, my people? It's your girl. Yes, I send money to Nigeria all the time, both to support my family and to support the foundation. I've tried lots of ways, stores, apps, banks, but they were too expensive and so time consuming. So when I heard about Sendwave, I was skeptical at first. Let me be real with you guys. It sounded too good to be true and I didn't trust it. But once I tried it, there was no going back. They deliver within the minute, as in one sharp you send it and they receive it instantly. And they're always the cheapest. In fact, you don't pay any transaction fees. You get what I'm saying? That's amazing. And then they have very competitive rates. So sometimes you will think that the competitors may look cheaper, but with the fees that they are always charging, they are more expensive. On top of that, they are secure. All my data is heavily encrypted, and they have a dedicated fraud and security team to keep me and my money safe. You get what I'm saying? You see, that's why I trust SendWave to send my money, whether I'm up in the mountains or whether I'm home relaxing. My people, try SendWave. Your life will never remain the same.